guys, Richard again. Today in this video is part 5 on the Lexus LFA. So without any further ado, let's continue off to where we left off to. So let's continue. So a few days later, the time was confirmed by Lexus as 7 minutes and 14.64 seconds, and a video was a video was provided. OEM Bridgestone Potenza RE070 street tires had been used to set the record. Next up is specifications. Here we go. So manufacturer official specifications and performance. So both official specifications and performance figures for the Lexus LFA are as follows: engine type 1LR-GUE 72 degree even firing V10, valve train DOHC dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, dual VVTi, so variable valve timing with intelligence, displacement 4.8 liters, 293.2 cubic inches, bore and stroke 88 by 79 millimeters, 3.5 to 3.5 by 3.1, say 3.5 by 3.1 inches, compression ratio 12 to 1, say 12 to 1, red line 9,000 RPM, but you can get up to 9,500 RPM without the rev limiter. Transmission is in a 6-speed automated manual. Minimum, there we go. Minimum shift timing 200 or 150 milliseconds. Say engine type 1LR-GUE 72 degree even firing V10. Engine type valve train DOHC 4 valves per cylinder, dual overhead cam, VVTi, variable valve timing with intelligence, displacement 4.8 liters, 293.2 cubic inches, bore and stroke 88 by 79 millimeters, so 88 by 79 millimeters, 3.5 to 3.1 inches, compression ratio is 12 to 1, red line 9,000, but without the rev limiter 9,500 you can exceed it to. Transmission 6-speed ASG automated manual. Minimum shifting time 200 or 150 milliseconds. Power 552 horsepower at 8,700 RPM. Torque 480 Newton meters, 354 pound-feet, or 354 foot-pounds at 6,800 RPM. Curb weight is 1,480 kilos, 3,263 pounds. Power to weight 0.28 kilowatts per kilo, 0.17 horsepower per pound. Weight distribution is 49.8 at the front and 49 49.8 at the front, 50.2 at the rear. Says weight distribution, top speed 326 kilometers an hour, 203 miles an hour, 0 to 100, well, 0 to 97, or like 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to, so 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds. It says like without launch control, but I think with launch control it can do 3.7. I don't know. Next up is performance. Tested performance specifications for the Lexus LFA from Car and Driver, Motor Trend, Road and Track, and Inside Line are as follows: 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour. That's with launch control. So 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds. So that's with launch control. 0 to 190. So 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds. That's with launch control. 0 to 193 kilometers an hour, 0 to 120 miles an hour in 10.8 seconds. 0 to 160 kilometers an hour, 0 to 100 miles. So 0 to 160 kilometers an hour, 0 to 100 miles an hour in 7.6 seconds. 0 to 210 kilometers an hour, 0 to 130 miles an hour. So 0 to 210 kilometers an hour, 0 to 130 miles an hour in 12.7 seconds. um, 0 to 201 kilometers an hour, 0 to 120, 0 to 125 miles an hour in 11.4 seconds. That would be kind of like a quarter mile time almost. 11.4 seconds. But I'll get to that in a little bit. 0 to 261 kilometers. 0 to 261 kilometers an hour. 0 to 162 miles an hour in 21.2 seconds. 0 to 180 kilometers an hour. 0 to 110 miles an hour. So 0 to 110 miles an hour in 9.2 seconds. 0 to 241 kilometers an hour. 0 to 150 miles an hour in 18.3 seconds. A quarter mile time of 11.6 seconds at 201 kilometers an hour, 125 miles an hour. So that's 400 meters, quarter mile. Its slalom is 121 kilometers an hour, 75.2 miles an hour. Its lateral acceleration is 1.00 g, 61 meters, 200 feet. For the skid pad, it's like 1.05 g. Say 1.05 g. It's braking from 113 to 0 kilometers an hour, 70 to 0 miles an hour, is 156 feet, 48 meters. Edmund's inside line. So Edmund's inside line managed to acquire an LFA from Lexus for 1 week and tested the LFA on the track, including an impromptu grudge match on the drag strip. Both cars won 2 races, each making it a draw. Inside line recorded a 0 to 100 kilometer an hour, 0 to 60 mile an hour time in 3.9 seconds without launch control system, and achieved the quarter mile time of 11.6 seconds at 200 kilometers an hour, 124 miles an hour. Lexus LFA circled the skid pad in 1.02 G and achieved one of the highest slalom speeds ever recorded at 121 approximately 121 kilometers an hour, 75.2 miles an hour. Say 121 kilometers an hour, 75.2 miles an hour. I have to sometimes repeat it because I get this feeling that I say the same thing over and over again. So that's why I repeat it, so I don't get that kind of mistake. Say 121 kilometers an hour, 75.2 miles an hour. Inside Line also managed to do three dyno runs. Three dyno runs on a dynojet dyno on the Lexus LFA, which resulted in the LFA generating a power output of 383 kilowatts, 521 PS, 514 horsepower to the wheels, which after factoring in rear-wheel drive drivetrain loss turned out to be substantially higher than the 412 kilowatt, 560 PS, 553 horsepower at the crank factory specification. So specification, car and driver track tested the LFA in November 2010 while conducting a comparison test. The test was conducted in Wales and returned a 0 to 100 km an hour, 0 to 60 mile an hour time of 3.6 seconds using the launch control system at a quarter mile of 11.7 seconds at 201 kilometers an hour, 125 miles an hour. Motor Trend recorded a stopping distance from 97 or 100 to 0 kilometers an hour, 60 to 0 miles an hour in less than 28.7 meters, 94 feet, and pulled 1.05 G on their skid pad. Road and Track tested the LFA at 119 kilometers an hour, 74.2 miles an hour through the slalom, and 1.04 G on the skid pad. Next up is lap times. First off is Circuit de Nevers Magny-Cours. That's like a racetrack in France. I can't really say it that well. Or if I could try translate this.
Circuit de Nevers Magny-Cours.
Circuit de Nevers Magny-Cours. I don't know how to say that, but you guys have just heard it just now. Say at the place, say around the Circuit de Nevers Magny-Cours, resulting in a lap time of 1 minute 20.6, which was the fastest ever recorded lap time on the racetrack, despite the test have been conducted in 0 degrees, so 0 degree freezing temperatures. For that, there was like no way to get any heat into the tires. It's always important to do a warm-up, so warm up the tires before you do the actual test, even for drag racing as well. It's important, because you don't want to do the testing with cold tires, because that would just affect the car's performance. it was one of the very it was one of the very rare it was one of the very rare track tests where an actual LFA launch control system was used, resulting in a very fast 0 to 260 kilometer an hour. So 0 to 260 kilometer an hour, 0 to 162 mile an hour acceleration time of only 21.2 seconds. Next up is Contridorm. Autozeitung, Germany, in the August 2010 edition, conducted a comparison with the Lexus LFA. Around Contidrom, so Contidrom, which is spelled CONTIDROM, racetrack in Hanover, Germany, which is spelled HANNOVER, Germany. The LFA turned a faster lap time by 1.8 seconds of 1 minute 35.66. Although the start sector car hit 204 to 208 kilometers an hour, 127 to 129 miles an hour, the LFA continuously hit higher speeds in the high-speed sector. Dynamic sector where agility and spontaneous reactions are measured, eventually turning in faster laps. Autozeitung raved about the LFA's handling, chassis control, and race car-like reflexes and response. Next up is El Toro. In the LFA's Top Gear USA appearance in the third quarter of 2011, in the Beating Tanner episode, like Beating Tanner Faust episode, the American Stick also did a hot lap around the Top Gear USA testing track in 1 minute 22.6, located at Marine Corps Air Station El Toro, which is near Irvine, California. So Marine Corps Air Station El Toro, near Irvine, California, which is the third quickest lap time ever on a racetrack. Next up is Nürburgring. Chief Engineer Haruhiko Tanahashi mentioned during the world's press at the Nürburgring in Germany that the LFA has lapped the Nürburgring Nordschleife in better than 7 minutes and 20 seconds, although no further specifics were given to the record lap. Sports Auto in the September 2010 edition conducted an LFA super test. So super test with a red LFA that had been used in several other tests in Europe, and Horst von Sarma conducted a hot lap off the LFA around the Nürburgring Nordschleife. The LFA raced around the Nürburgring in 7 minutes and 38 7 minutes and 38 seconds. The LFA was wearing temporary Bridgestone S001 or S001 street tires. It says street tires, since the LFA spec tires are still under development. Although the LFA lap time is lap time, I can say it right. Lap time is slower than the chief engineer's better than 720 claim. Sport Auto cited LFA ran exactly the same lap time with the same driver as other major competitors. All tests were conducted by the same driver, Horst von Sarma, who was a former chief editor of the German automobile magazine Sport Auto until February 2013. So Horst von Sarma, Autobild Germany, in the September edition of 2010. In part one of the comparison, conducted a head-to-head Nürburgring Supercomparo, longer 20.8 kilometers version of the track. Lexus LFA turned in the fastest Nürburgring lap time, 7 minutes 38.85 seconds. The Nürburgring 20.8 kilometer test driver Sascha Bert, first name is spelled S-A-S-C-H-A, and then Bert is B-E-R-T, stated LFA was built for the Nürburgring racetrack. National Geographic's show Mega Factories reported a 2011 test of the Lexus LFA Nürburgring package driven by Lida Akira that achieved a record time for production cars of 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Next up, you guys are going to love this one. Top Gear test track. Let's do it. The LFA appeared on Top Gear in January 2010, where its power lap of 1 minute 22.8 seconds was the fastest soaking lap, so the fastest wet test lap ever recorded on the Top Gear test track located at Dunsfold Aerodrome in Surrey, UK. In other words, it did the lap in the rain. Next up is Westover. Battle of the Supercars, also known as Speed, the TV network. So Battle of the Supercars, A.K.A. Speed TV television network, did a head-to-head comparison with the Lexus LFA with Tanner Faust driving the LFA at the runways of Westover Air Reserve Base. Located in the Massachusetts communities of Chicopee and Ludlow, near the city of Springfield, Massachusetts. So Westover Battle of the Supercars Speed TV network did a head-to-head comparison with the Lexus LFA, with Tanner Faust driving the LFA at the runways of Westover Air Reserve Base. So Westover Air Reserve Base. LFA comprehensively was declared the winner. That's right. The winner by the presenter, where LFA lapped the short 1 mile track with a lap time of 48.9 seconds for for the LFA. Despite Tanner having difficulties launching the Lexus LFA in the 1 mile road course lap, and also the standing mile drag race where the LFA won despite a delayed launch. No launch control used for these runs. So no launch control was used for these runs. This test also saw LFA using launch control for the first time in the 0 to 100 to 0 miles an hour test, or 0 to 160 to 100 kilometer an hour test. LFA failed to win the brake. So LFA, I can't even say it right. I'm saying it in a Texas accent almost. LFA failed to win the brake test. However, in the behind-the-scenes footage, it was shown the LFA's carbon brakes meant for hardcore track use were not warmed up properly, which is essential for carbon brakes to perform at their best. In the successive run, LFA carbon brakes were consistently getting better, braking shorter in every successive run. In every 0 to 160 kilometer an hour, 0 to 100 mile an hour sprint shown in the behind-the-scenes footage, LFA outlaunched and out-accelerated its rival car in the top speed rolling start run on the 3.2 kilometer 2 mile runway. LFA hit a speed of 296.3 kilometers an hour, 184.1 miles an hour. Tanner Faust explained there was no way to retract the LFA rear wing, or LFA wing spoiler, which deploys automatically at 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour at high speeds, increasing drag substantially, which had cost him 6 to 10 kilometers an hour, 4 to 6 miles an hour. All right. Alright, so that's gonna end it for today. I still got more for this car, but I decided, I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and so I got reception, motorsport, sculpture sculpture models, awards, and sales. So not got that much left, but I want to take a break for that for a while. For my next video, I'm gonna be doing European driving laws, and I'll see how I'm gonna do for what's left for the LFA. Alright, so that's gonna end it for today. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted of when I make new uploads. Okay, so I'm gonna take a bit of a break. I'll be back a little bit later for my next video, so I'll see you guys a little later. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. I'll see you guys later. Peace.